the foot in the door trick. How small requests manipulate your decisions. Have you ever agreed to something small and suddenly found yourself agreeing to something much bigger? That's not coincidence. It's a psychological manipulation technique called the foot in the door trick. And once you see it, you'll notice it everywhere. Most people believe they make decisions logically, but psychology shows something very different. Our decisions are often influenced by subtle techniques that guide us step by step. One of the most powerful of these techniques is called the foot in the door technique. The idea is simple. If someone asks you for a small request first, you're much more likely to agree to a larger request later. Why? Because once we say yes, our brain wants to stay consistent with that decision. Changing our mind creates psychological discomfort, so we tend to keep saying yes. This concept was first demonstrated in a famous psychology experiment. Researchers asked homeowners a simple question. They requested permission to place a small sign in their window supporting safe driving. Most people agreed because it was harmless. Later, the same homeowners were asked to place a huge billboard on their lawn with the same message. Surprisingly, the people who agreed to the small sign were much more likely to accept the massive billboard. Why? Because they had already said yes once. Their brain had already labeled them as someone who supports the cause, and the bigger request felt like a natural next step. This technique is used everywhere in everyday life. Salespeople often start with a small commitment, like asking you to answer a few questions. Once you're engaged, the real offer appears. Online companies use it too. First, they ask you to sign up for something free. Then later, you're encouraged to upgrade, subscribe, or buy additional services. Even scammers rely on this trick. They may start with something harmless, like asking for basic information or a small favor. But once trust is established, the requests slowly become bigger. The danger is that the steps feel so gradual that people don't realize what's happening. But now that you understand the foot in the door technique, you can recognize it. When someone asks you for a small favor, pause for a moment. Ask yourself a simple question. Is this request leading somewhere bigger? Because sometimes that first small step is exactly how manipulation begins. Understanding these psychological tricks helps you protect yourself and make decisions more consciously. And the more you understand human behavior, the harder it becomes for others to manipulate you.